I challenge that word, the use of the word monopoly.
Okay.
Because it's a technical word and it has a definition. So if I take cement, there is Dangote cement, there is Bua cement, which is also huge, then there is Lafarge. There are also some other smaller ones. So if you have two other major players, Lafarge has even been there before Dangote cement even had. Yeah. So if you have three major players and some other small guys, how come we're talking of a monopoly? If you come to sugar, there's Dangote sugar, there's Bua sugar, there's FMN. There are about two or three other major ones.
On the same level? No.
They might not be on the same side, but the Bua capacity is competing with the Dangote, capacity. So if you have those kind of sizes, and FMN in sugar, FMN is a huge organization in itself. Yes. So when we now say monopoly, it must be within the Nigerian context, not the technical use of the word monopoly, because technically speaking, those are not monopolies. When you come to refinery, Dangote's refinery is 650,000 barrels per day capacity. Government has 4 refineries with a cumulative capacity for about 445,000 barrels per day, which is probably close to like 70%.
Is that the Kaduna refinery?
No, it's the 4 of them. You have 2 in Port Harcourt, you have Warri, and you have Kaduna. What we have been told over the last couple of years is that contracts have been awarded. In fact, for Port Harcourt refinery, we were told that it has achieved mechanical completions, just waiting to go commercial. So if we now say that what Dangote is doing is a monopoly, is it a way of telling us that we should not expect anything from those other refineries? What about the other private refineries, Aradel, Walter Smith, and a few other little ones there and there? Are we saying we should totally discount them? So what is the new definition of monopoly?
But we haven't really seen the impact. So far, I'll give you an example. Yeah. For instance, when Dangote started, the price of diesel crashed. Well, not exactly crashed, but it went lower because now we have a local who is producing and selling to us, even though we know he still has exportation plans. But at least with it, knowing that this oil or this diesel is being refined within the borders of Nigeria, it gives us a certain, I don't know, bargain of, it makes it slightly cheaper.
So why are we not supporting it then?
No, this battle is not about Nigerians, is it? It's not necessarily about Nigerians. Dangote has challenges with the government, yes, because Nigerians are just expectant. If Kaduna is not working yet, if Port Harcourt is not working, if the other people giving independent licenses, the other independent marketers or thereabouts, if they're not giving licenses, well, Dangote is here. Dangote, when are you starting? You just need anything to reduce the cost.
Is it going to refine his blood? Because the report, what started all of this that I started hearing about Dangote in the news was when he started screaming that the IOCs were not selling crude to him. Right, they would rather export those crude to make FX than to sell locally to him to refine. So is this, because this makes me sad, and that's why I wanted the conversation to really hit on the challenges, because you see, we're shouting that things are not working in Nigeria. Do you know what it means for somebody to have base of $20 billion on his neck? Do you know what it means? It's sleepless night. But this person is still ready to go and take the bull by the horn and invest that money because maybe he has seen it that it is possible for that thing to work, right? And the person has done this investment. You are complaining that we are importing fuel at expensive prices. I've said this thing several times, that these guys that are importing fuel, tell us the exact landing cost. Let us know what the cost is. Everybody is refusing to tell us these things. Somebody is trying to now solve the problem. Do you know the hardship this fuel prices has cost on regular Nigerians? We're not even talking about there's no even middle class anymore in Nigeria. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you now find somebody that wants to invest in your country, and all you do is frustrate the person. It doesn't, it's giving me a headache.
Don't take it easy.
It is.
Let me correct certain impressions. One of the impressions is to say there might be a dramatic reduction in price by virtue of Dangote
I don't think so.
I don't think so.
Okay.
Because what we will likely be saving will be the logistic costs. So which means I don't have to bring the fuel from Spain or Brazil or wherever I used to buy it from. I don't have to establish an LC, so there are no LC costs, there are no logistic costs. It is right at my backyard. I just move it from Lagos to wherever I want to move it to. So I can save all that logistic cost. But apart from that, the price might not be significantly lower like some people expected. However, there are two major benefits. One, we've been importing these white products from maybe 1972 or something. For 5 decades, we've been importing. Now, we're going to have domestic refining. When you import, you use your dollars to buy those things. So what is going when you have domestic refining, what's going to happen is that you can save a chunk of those dollars that you use to chase up on those importation. If you save some of them, what does it do? It improves your dollar supply and could have an impact on your exchange rate and some of the economic pressure that we're feeling right now. The second side is that if all this refining, let's say the government refineries are working, Aradel is working, Walter Smith is working, Dangote is working, what we're going to have is we'll produce more than we can consume.
So we don't have to export finished products.
And still earn foreign dollars because we're exporting. We're not even talking about the jobs now. Huge job opportunities for people because we're now doing value-add product instead of exporting commodities. If you go to some of the places in the Niger Delta where there is crude, you don't even need to do anything. The crude is coming by itself. Now it is lazy and depressing that is what we have concentrated our energy on for decades. If we're able to step it up onto the level of refining, which is what Mr. Dangote has helped us to do, he deserves all the support. If I'm a regulator, rather than going on air to go and say, oh, you did not do this, you did not do this, your fuel is not good, the imported one is good, I won't even be able to say something like that anyway if I were the regulator that I go on there to say, yeah, the one locally is not good. You are essentially saying, I prefer to continue to import. That is what you're saying. So let's, for whatever reason, believe that the standard is not good. What he should do is go and work with that man to get the standard to the level that you want. Not that you condemn it and express a preference to the imported for the imported one.